When it comes to the employee-employer relationship, what advice do you have to other employees, your peers? Or not employees, sorry, employers.
Other advice to employers. I think that you know, a title is not a it doesn't earn respect. You know, a title is it's not a given right. Respect is earned. And one of the messages that I keep on communicating to my team is that yes, I'm the CEO of the business, and yes, I earn more money than you. But why is that? I earn more money because I've got 300 people to look after every single month, and to ensure that you 300 people get your salaries, and those 300 people are supporting 10 people. So there are 3,000 mouths that I have to feed. That's the only difference between me and the factory worker. You as the factory worker, you're the most important person in my world. You are manufacturing our garments and our clothes. Without you, our business does not exist. So I think that the biggest message is that we're all the same. We might be at different levels, but because we're at different levels because we have different responsibilities, not because we're different as people. And that is incredibly important.
Now, we touched a little bit on the customer versus employee relationship earlier, but I want you to unpack that for us a little bit more.
At the end of the day, it's a very long value chain. The person at the end we know as the customer. The person at the beginning is the employee. Now, in order to ensure that the person at the end of the chain, the customer, is happy, I need to make sure that my employee is happy, and that my employee feels that they're valued, feels that they know that what they're doing in terms of the big picture, feels that they are appreciated and remunerated accordingly. If I'm looking after the person at the beginning of the value chain, my employee, my internal customer, my customer at the end of the value chain is going to be incredibly happy. And where I believe so many businesses go wrong is they invest all their money, or a large part of their money, at that customer at the end of the value chain. Now, what does that mean? We as businesses put huge amounts of money on marketing campaigns, on looking after our customer, on packaging, on making sure that our product looks pretty in the marketplace. But at the end of the day, it's our employee, our internal customer, that is going to drive the success of the end of the value chain, the product to the customer. And for that reason, I spend so much of our investment and our money on the employee, my customer, my most important person in my world. And I keep on communicating to our team that the culture within our organization is a culture of servant leadership. What does that mean? Servant leadership is I'm here to serve you. I'm here to serve my customer, my employee, my colleague, my teammate, my friend, my brother.
It's interesting to hear you speak about your employees like that, because I really don't think a lot of I think a lot of people do, but there are some leaders out there who don't play on equal grounds, and I think that needs to change.
I think it absolutely has to change, and for order for there to be sustainability and a legacy in a company, that's where the investment needs to be. The KIT Group, the business that I'm running at the moment, has been around for 25 years. There aren't many companies in South Africa that have been around for 25 years. And the reason why we're around for so long, or a large part of the reason, is because our focus is on our family, our employee.
Now, when you say the focus is on the employee, what do you mean? How are you empowering your employees? For any business person watching this video, if they want to start taking this mantra, how do you get started? What do you actually do?
Well, I think the first step is it's a change in thought process. It's a change, and what that thought process is that you are my staff member, and I'm here to pay your salary at the end of the day. However, you giving me 70% of your life to be here, and for that we equal, and for that I thank you. So that's step number one. Step number two are to put all the measurable tools in place that people actually feel that they count and that they have value. And what are those measurable tools? They are KPIs, key performance indicators, that are measuring people's performance, and for that they're getting remunerated. But it's also fostering an environment that you come every day and you leave your ego at the door, because so much of business is about ego. And for me, when you come into my office or into the boardroom or into our building, it's about leaving your ego at the door. And we're here to do a job. We're here to create profitability for our business, because without profitability we do not survive. And what is profitability? It's ensuring we sell more than we spend, and ensuring our pricing model is right, because that's where the fat is. And my staff understand that. And the more fat there is, the more we have to share, and collectively have to share. It's not about the CEO becoming incredibly wealthy and the factory worker living a very hard life. It's about, when there's profit, us all sharing in it.